Hi, this is Ramasam, Assistant. I would like to welcome you for the another session in the working principle of proximity sensors. As I said that earlier, the proximity sensors is non-detection of non-contact detection of materials in the environmental. So it's time to know how the what does the proximity sensors works, right? The proximity sensors comes in different varieties and forms, each more suitable than the rest in certain scenarios. So we are going to discuss about the proximity sensors are which could use and how the working principle of proximity sensor based upon the different types we are going to discuss. Before that, we are going to see how the typical applications has been used in a modern industry for that particular applications. So when you say that sensors, right, proximity sensors are one of the major role, right? So yeah, it based upon various varieties. So the first one is inductive proximity sensors working, right? So inductive proximity sensors working principle is to detect the metallic object. This is because the sensors utilize the magnetic field to detect the presence of object. When an object enters into the field, the inductive properties between the sensor and the metal gets alerted. And that by detecting the presence of the object, depending on the type of metal and how inductive it can get, the sensor can either detect it from a greater distance or a shorter distance. So inductive proximity sensors are useful in situations where the object is designed to detect a known metallic object within the properties. So the example is shown in the figure how it has been identified. In the next is an capacitive proximity sensors working. So in the capacitive place housed in a sensing head, the target field, no target fields and field lines has been expressed in the films. As the ferrous and non-ferrous targets enter the sensing zone, the capacitance increases. The circuits naturally frequently shift towards the oscillation frequency, causing an amplitude gain. So the capacitive sensors works on the principle measuring the distance between the changing capacitance between the sensors and the target. Therefore, the object it detects will not limited to the metallic targets and will work on any target capable of carrying an electrical charge. So the capacitive type sensors are primarily used for liquid detections, where the struggleness has been obtained. The liquid states are easily can be obtained by using the different capacitive proximity sensing ranges. So the next topic, as I said, that for ultrasonic or IR based, everything is one of the important factors where the ultrasonic sensors working. Principle is the emitting sound frequencies greater than the audit limit of in human hearing. These are mainly used for measuring the distance, but can also be used as an proximity sensor. The basic principle of ultrasonic IR proximity sensor is similar to that of an IR. The time difference between the standing and the pulse and receiving the ultrasonic sensors can determine the distance between the sensors and the target object. Conditions, the ultrasonic sensors can output the logic high or lower, because the ultrasonic sensors are based on sound and not electricity or electromagnetic waves. They can be used in situations where the former type of sensors would have trouble, like and etc. So when we go for IR based sensors, right, IR based proximity sensors working is normally is an applying a voltage on an IR LED, so which emits infrared light. The light then hits the target, bounce back, and photodiode will detect the intensity of the reflect light. Based on the threshold settings of the sensor, the proximity sensor can determine if your target is close to the sensors and accordingly gives a signal. So the IR type proximity sensors are relatively inexpensive and are suitable for hobby grade projects requiring simple target detection capability. So this is how the sensor receives the signals and transmits to based upon the our conditions. So when I said that These sensors are relatively simple and easily non-contact surface detections. It can be used within any microcontroller or board with on-board GPIO within very few coding lines. And these are just designed to give a logical high or low signals. So the easily indication can be obtained by with a low power cost. Hence, this type of proximity sensors are having various technologies and various sensing ranges and various applications, and there is a various targeting mechanisms depends upon the application we have required, depend on the materials we are going to use, and depending upon the ranges, sensing ranges we are considerations. This is how the proximity sensors sensing applications has been explained clearly. If there is any query, you can mail me or message me in the text box. Until the next video, this is signing off by Sambasam, Assistant Professor, SNS School of Technology. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.